In a small, unassuming town, a group of friends Emma, Jake, Lily and Sam stumbles upon an old, dusty camera in an antique shop while looking for unique finds. Intrigued, they purchase it, unaware of the malevolent energy that surrounds it. That evening, they decide to test the camera at an abandoned house rumored to be haunted. As they take pictures, strange things begin to happen. Shadows flicker in the corners of their vision, and an unsettling chill fills the air. When they develop the photos, they're horrified to see ghostly figures lurking behind them, faces twisted in anguish. Dismissing it as a prank, they decide to investigate the house further, only to discover a tragic history of loss and betrayal tied to the camera's previous owner, a woman who died under mysterious circumstances. As the group digs deeper, they find themselves haunted by the spirits captured in the photographs. One by one, they begin to experience terrifying visions and hauntings, each tied to their darkest secrets. Sam, consumed by guilt from a past betrayal, becomes the first to fall victim to the camera's curse, disappearing without a trace. The remaining friends realize they must confront their own fears and sins to break the cycle of terror. But with the camera's power growing stronger, they find themselves trapped in a nightmarish game where the line between the living and the dead blurs. As the tension escalates, Emma discovers that the only way to save her friends and herself is to return the cursed camera to the place where it all began. Racing against time, they return to the abandoned house, but the spirits are waiting, desperate to reclaim what was stolen. In a heart-stopping climax, they confront the ghost of the woman who once owned the camera, facing their own guilt and fears in a bid for freedom. As the clock strikes midnight, the friends must decide whether to sacrifice themselves to appease the vengeful spirits or find a way to break the curse and escape. The final shot reveals the camera lying in the dirt, waiting for its next unsuspecting victims. As the friends stand in the dimly lit abandoned house, the air thickens with an oppressive weight, as if the walls themselves are closing in. Emma clutches the cursed camera, its metal surface cold against her skin, feeling the pulsing energy of the spirits trapped within. The flickering light from their flashlights casts eerie shadows, and the whispers of the lost fill the silence, urging them to leave. They regroup in the living room, examining the photos they took earlier, each image revealing more disturbing figures, their eyes hollow and mouths twisted in silent screams. Determined to understand the curse, they search the house for clues. In a hidden compartment of an old dresser, they find a faded letter detailing the tragic life of the camera's last owner, Eliza, a woman shunned by her community after her lover's mysterious death. As they read her words, they realize the camera was a gift, meant to capture love but twisted into a tool of vengeance. The friends' phones suddenly die, plunging them into darkness, amplifying the echoes of their fears. Jake, feeling increasingly paranoid, suggests they leave, but Lily insists they can't abandon Sam. Just then, a loud crash echoes from the upstairs, and against their better judgment, they ascend the creaking staircase, every step amplifying the dread building within them. In a dusty bedroom, they discover Sam's backpack, abandoned and eerily untouched. A photo of him with Eliza appears on the floor, the spectral figure of the woman visible behind him, smiling menacingly. Suddenly, the door slams shut, trapping them inside. The temperature drops, and Eliza's spirit materializes before them, her eyes filled with sorrow and rage. She accuses them of stealing her memories, her voice echoing with anguish as she reveals that each friend must confront a personal sin to free Sam and appease her restless spirit. One by one, they relive their darkest moments through visions conjured by the camera. Emma is forced to relive a betrayal against Sam, while Jake faces a tragic accident he caused, and Lily sees her abandonment of a childhood friend. With each revelation, the haunting intensifies, shadows clawing at their sanity. The walls seem to pulse with the collective pain of the spirits. Just as hope begins to fade, Emma has a revelation: they must show Eliza compassion, acknowledging her suffering rather than merely fearing it. She pleads with the spirit, offering the camera back as a sign of their understanding. In a moment of vulnerability, Eliza's anger dissipates, revealing the grief beneath. She relents, allowing them a chance to save Sam. The friends unite, channeling their guilt into a collective apology, recognizing their shared pain. As they speak, the camera vibrates violently, and the oppressive atmosphere lifts, revealing a path illuminated by ghostly light. With a final surge of courage, they sprint down the staircase and out of the house, the camera still clutched in Emma's hand. They reach the spot where they found it, and as they place it on the ground, the spirits appear, watching with anticipation. In a blinding flash, the camera disintegrates, releasing a torrent of ethereal light that washes over them. Sam emerges from the shadows, breathless but alive. As dawn breaks, the friends stand together, their bond strengthened by the night's horrors. The house stands silent behind them, the whispers gone. Yet, as they turn to leave, a fleeting shadow passes through the air, a reminder that some curses linger, waiting for the next curious soul to awaken them. The camera, now just a pile of ash, holds the remnants of a story waiting to be told again, its legacy far from over. As the morning light spills into the abandoned house, Emma, Jake, Lily, and Sam stand outside, shaken but relieved. They share glances, a mixture of disbelief and gratitude coursing through them. Sam, still recovering from his terrifying experience, leans against a tree, his expression a blend of confusion and fear. "Did that really happen?" he asks, his voice trembling. The friends exchange nervous laughter, but it quickly fades as the weight of the night settles over them. They gather around Sam, eager to hear what he remembers. "I saw her," he finally admits, eyes wide with fear. "Eliza. She wanted something from me." His words send a chill down their spines. Emma, determined to help her friend, suggests they visit the local library to dig deeper into Eliza's past. Maybe understanding her story will help them truly break the curse. At the library, the friends sift through old newspapers and dusty archives, uncovering the tragic tale of Eliza's life. They learn that she was once a vibrant member of the community, beloved until her lover, Daniel, was found dead under mysterious circumstances. The articles detail the accusations against her, whispers of witchcraft, and how the townsfolk turned against her. The friends feel a growing sense of empathy for Eliza, realizing she was a victim of circumstance, much like themselves. Meanwhile, tensions rise between Jake and Lily. Jake, still reeling from the night's events, accuses Lily of being reckless by insisting they stay at the house. "If we had just left when we had the chance, none of this would have happened." He snaps, his frustration boiling over. Lily, defensive, counters that they couldn't abandon Sam to the curse. Emma intervenes, reminding them that they need to stick together to overcome the darkness. As they continue researching, they find a hidden diary belonging to Eliza, filled with entries about her love for Daniel and her despair over the townspeople's betrayal. One entry catches Emma's eye: "If I cannot have my love in life, I will capture him in memory." The group realizes that the camera was Eliza's way of holding on to her past, but it had twisted into something dark. Back at the house, they decide to hold a séance, hoping to connect with Eliza's spirit one last time. As night falls, they gather in the living room, candles flickering around them. Emma holds the remnants of the shattered camera, feeling its weight as she sets it in the center of the circle. "Speak to us." Eliza, Emma calls out, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "We want to help you find peace." The air grows heavy, and the shadows seem to lengthen. A cold breeze sweeps through the room, extinguishing some of the candles. Suddenly a voice, soft yet powerful, fills the space. "You cannot free me without understanding my pain." The friends shudder as the spirit of Eliza manifests, her sorrow palpable. They take turns sharing their own burdens, opening up about their mistakes and regrets. Emma speaks of her betrayal to Sam, while Jake reveals his guilt over a friend he lost in an accident. Lily confesses her fear of abandonment, explaining how it shaped her choices. Each confession resonates with Eliza, and her spirit begins to soften. "Your burdens mirror mine," Eliza replies, her voice echoing with sorrow. "We are all trapped by our pasts." As they share their pain, the atmosphere shifts. Eliza's figure starts to glow, the shadows retreating. In a moment of clarity, Sam stands and steps forward. "Eliza, we can't change the past, but we can honor it. You loved deeply. Let us remember you that way." His words strike a chord, and Eliza's spirit flickers, revealing a hint of a smile. As the séance deepens, the friends begin to chant together, invoking a sense of unity and compassion. The energy in the room swells, and the candles flicker violently. With a final surge of collective strength, they ask Eliza to let go of her pain. In an explosion of light, the room fills with an ethereal glow. Eliza's spirit transforms, her face serene as she finally releases her sorrow. "Thank you," she whispers, her voice fading into a gentle breeze that sweeps through the room. The friends stand in stunned silence, feeling the weight of the house lift as the oppressive energy dissipates. The air feels lighter, as if a long-held breath has finally been exhaled. As dawn approaches, they step outside, the sun rising on a new day. The house, now bathed in soft light, seems less menacing, a quiet sentinel to the stories it holds. They share a moment of reflection, realizing how profoundly their lives have changed. However, as they walk away, Emma glances back one last time. The camera, now just ashes, holds the remnants of a haunting tale, but the legacy of Eliza and her love will linger on in their hearts. With newfound purpose, the friends decide to honor Eliza's memory by starting a project to preserve the stories of those who have been wronged, ensuring they are never forgotten. As they drive away, laughter and camaraderie fill the car, but a fleeting shadow dances in the rearview mirror, hinting that some stories are never truly over, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. As the sunlight breaks over the horizon, illuminating the abandoned house, Emma, Jake, Lily, and Sam gather their thoughts, shaken but resolved. The emotional weight of the previous night lingers in the air. Sam leans against a tree, still visibly rattled. "Did I really see her?" he whispers, looking into Emma's eyes. "Eliza." She was so sad. Emma nods, her heart heavy. Determined to uncover the truth, she suggests they visit the local library to learn more about Eliza's life and the events surrounding her death. At the library, the friends comb through dusty newspapers and old records, unearthing a tragic story. Eliza was once a beloved member of the community, but after her lover Daniel's mysterious death, she became a pariah, accused of witchcraft and madness. They find a newspaper clipping with a photo of her, and in that moment, her haunted eyes seem to reflect their own fears. Tension simmers between Jake and Lily. Jake is frustrated, feeling that they've already lost too much to this curse. "If we had left the house when we had the chance, we wouldn't be dealing with this," he snaps. Lily, defensive, argues that they couldn't abandon Sam, who is visibly distraught. Emma intervenes, reminding them of the importance of unity in the face of darkness. As they continue their research, they discover Eliza's diary tucked in the back of an old book. Its pages reveal her love for Daniel and the anguish she felt as the townsfolk turned against her. One entry stands out: "If I cannot have my love in life, I will capture him in memory." They realize the camera was her way of holding on, a bittersweet token that turned sinister. That night, they gather again at the house, candles flickering around them as they prepare for a séance. Emma holds the remnants of the shattered camera, feeling its chilling presence. "Eliza, we're here to help you find peace," she calls out, her voice trembling. A sudden draft sweeps through the room, snuffing out several candles. Shadows grow long, wrapping around them like tendrils of fear. Then, a whisper fills the air. "You cannot free me without understanding my pain." The friends shiver, feeling the heaviness of Eliza's sorrow. They take turns confessing their fears and regrets. Sam speaks of the guilt he carries, haunted by the spectre of Eliza and the weight of his friend's burdens. Eliza's spirit begins to materialize, her form shifting between sorrow and rage. "You are not so different from me," she says, her voice echoing. "We are all trapped by our pasts." The atmosphere becomes charged with emotion as the friends begin to empathize with her pain. Just then, Jake feels a sudden chill, and a shadow darts across the room. "We need to leave," he shouts, panic rising. But Emma, grounding herself, urges them to stay. "We can't run away. We need to confront this." As they continue to chant, the candles flicker violently, and the room is engulfed in an otherworldly glow. Eliza's spirit becomes more tangible, revealing the pain she's endured. "I lost everything," she weeps. "I only wanted love." The friends' hearts ache for her. In an explosion of light, Eliza's spirit transforms, her face serene as she releases her sorrow. "Thank you," she whispers, her voice a gentle breeze. The oppressive energy lifts, and the room feels lighter. But as they breathe a sigh of relief, a new presence emerges, a darker, more menacing force. The shadows around them coalesce, morphing into figures of the townsfolk who once condemned Eliza. You think you can free her? One of them sneers, their voices dripping with malice. She belongs to us. The friends are thrown into chaos as the spirits of the townsfolk close in, their anger palpable. Sam, in a moment of bravery, shouts, "We won't let you take her." He steps forward, challenging the spectres. The group stands united, channeling their fears into strength, invoking Eliza's name. In a climactic battle of wills, they confront the vengeful spirits, pleading for understanding and compassion. As they chant Eliza's name, the room begins to shake, the walls pulsing with energy. Eliza's spirit rises, her light piercing through the darkness, fighting back against the shadows that bind her. Just as hope seems lost, a powerful surge of unity ignites within the friends. They join hands, forming a circle of light. "Eliza, we remember you," they shout together, their voices reverberating through the house. The shadows recoil, their grip on Eliza weakening. With one final, blinding flash, Eliza's spirit breaks free, enveloping the dark figures in a radiant glow. The malevolent spirits shriek as they are banished, and the house trembles with the release of pent-up energy. As the light fades, the friends find themselves back in the living room, the oppressive atmosphere gone. The dawn light filters through the windows, casting a golden hue on the now quiet space. They stand in stunned silence, the air feeling fresh and alive. Outside, the sun rises, symbolizing a new beginning. As they walk away, Emma glances back one last time. The camera lies in a heap of ashes, a testament to the power of memory and love. They decide to honor Eliza's legacy by documenting the stories of those wronged, ensuring their voices will never fade. As they drive away, laughter fills the car, but a fleeting shadow dances in the rearview mirror, reminding them that some stories linger, waiting for the next curious soul to awaken them. The haunting echoes of the past may have been silenced, but the scars remain, shaping their futures in ways they cannot yet understand. As the sunlight spills through the trees, the atmosphere feels oddly serene, yet an undercurrent of dread remains. The friends pile into the car, the remnants of their night still haunting them. Sam, clutching a small journal they found among Eliza's things, starts to read aloud her final entry. "If I cannot have my love in life, I will capture him in memory," he reads, voice trembling. What if this was a warning? What if the camera isn't just a tool, but a vessel for something far darker? Lily shivers at the thought, her mind racing back to the images they saw, the anguished faces in the photographs. "We thought we freed her. What if we only unleashed something worse?" she suggests, panic rising. Determined to confront their fears, they decide to revisit the house one last time. As they approach, the air grows heavy with an unsettling energy, the once familiar structure now exuding a menacing aura. Inside, the atmosphere shifts. Shadows flicker ominously and the temperature drops. "We need to destroy anything that could be tied to the camera," Emma declares. They gather the remnants of the camera, the diary, and other items Eliza had touched, preparing for a cleansing ritual. As they light candles and set up the circle, a feeling of foreboding washes over them. Sam, feeling particularly attuned to the spirits, suggests they each share their deepest fears before beginning. One by one, they confess. Jake speaks of his guilt over Daniel's death. Lily reveals her fear of losing everyone she loves, and Emma admits her regret for not recognizing Sam's struggles sooner. As the last candle flickers to life, a cold wind rushes through the room, extinguishing several flames. The friends freeze, their breaths visible in the chill. "We're not alone," Jake whispers, eyes wide. Suddenly, Eliza's spirit materializes, but this time she appears tormented, her eyes wide with desperation. "You think you can banish me? You cannot escape your fate," she screams, her voice echoing like thunder. The atmosphere thickens with malevolence as the shadows around her coalesce into dark figures, vengeful townsfolk, their faces twisted in rage. "We didn't mean to hurt you," Emma pleads. "We just want to help." The spirits laugh cruelly, their voices a cacophony of accusations. "You're just like us, lost, forsaken. You cannot free her." Panic ensues as the friends feel the walls closing in. They clutch each other tightly, fear gripping their hearts. We need to remember Eliza for who she truly was, Sam shouts. Her love, her pain. That's how we fight back. With renewed determination, they stand tall, forming a protective circle. As they chant Eliza's name, the room vibrates with energy. Light bursts from the center of their circle, pushing back against the encroaching darkness. Eliza's spirit, torn between despair and love, wavers, unsure of where to go. Let go of your pain, Jake yells, tears streaming down his face. You don't have to be alone anymore. In a moment of clarity, Eliza's features soften. She looks at the friends, seeing the reflections of her own struggles in their eyes. You understand me, she asks, her voice quivering. Yes, they respond in unison, their hearts full of compassion. We are all haunted by our pasts, but we can move forward together. The dark spirits recoil, sensing the shift in energy. Eliza's face shines with newfound hope, and she steps forward, breaking free from their grasp. You will not take her from me, a malevolent voice growls, but it's too late. Eliza's spirit bursts forth, enveloping the shadows in blinding light. As the darkness dissipates, the friends feel a rush of warmth, the air growing lighter. The spirits howl in anguish as they fade into nothingness. In the silence that follows, Eliza's spirit glows, finally free. Thank you, she whispers, a smile of peace gracing her face. You've given me the love I longed for. With a final flash, she ascends, leaving behind an aura of serenity. The house feels transformed, as if the pain of the past has been cleansed. The oppressive energy lifts, replaced by a gentle warmth. As the sun rises higher, the friends stand together, breathing in the fresh air, feeling a profound sense of relief. They gather the ashes of the camera and items tied to Eliza, taking them outside to bury them, sealing the past once and for all. In the aftermath, they decide to create a project to honor Eliza's legacy. They'll collect stories of the misunderstood, ensuring that no one else suffers the same fate as Eliza. As they drive away, the car filled with laughter and camaraderie, a fleeting shadow dances in the rearview mirror. Emma turns back, heart racing, but finds only the serene house behind them. Some stories linger, she murmurs, but we can rewrite the ending. In the final shot, the sun shines brightly as they drive off, united and resolute, ready to face whatever comes next, knowing that love and understanding can conquer even the darkest of curses.